video, I am going to teach you how to trade trend reversal. This is a very easy yet powerful trading strategy that can help you cash profitable trade. So I want you to watch this video from the beginning to the very end. Do not skip any part. And if you are new, subscribe and turn on the bell icon. To trade reversal, you need to be able to identify the market trend. You can only trade reversal when we are in an uptrend or we're in a downtrend. If, for example, we are in an uptrend, we get to know because price will be making series of higher highs and higher low, breaking structure to the upside, just like this. So to spot reversal, we need to mark out what the higher highs and higher low. So in this case, this is a higher high, here is a higher low, this is a higher high, here is a higher low, this is a higher high, and here is a higher low. We can only see that market has changed direction, which called reverse. Market has reversed or price has reversed when market goes below the previous higher low, which is this. So when price reverses or change direction, market goes below this previous this previous higher low, so the market has changed direction to the downward side. So if you want to trade this particular market, all you need to do is to wait for price to retest or price to retraces and do what and grab this particular internal liquidity. At this particular place, right, there is a liquidity right here. You get what you call internal liquidity that we want price to come back and retest or grab moving before moving downward bit. So what we need to do is for us to wait for price to come back into this particular place. And price when price comes into this particular place, price is going to come into a particular reference point, either an order block or a fair value gap. So all we need to do is wait for price to break the previous higher low, then retraces to either a fair value gap or a order block. And when price does that, from there we can simply take our trade and sell. It is really very much easy. Also, when we are in a downtrend, by downtrend we know that price will be making series of lower low and lower high, lower low and lower high. And we can always say that price has changed direction when price breaks above this previous lower high. Get because this is a lower high, lower low, lower high. When price breaks above this particular lower high, we see that market has changed direction, not either in a downward trend but rather in an upward trend. Also, all we need to do is wait for price to retraces back into this internal range, get and grab this internal liquidity either in an order block or in a fair value gap. And from this particular place, you can decide to sell. Understand? So, right, I'm going to go into the chart. I'm going to show you guys how to identify this particular structure. So this is a chart, right? And guys, as you can see, we were in a uptrend in this particular place because price of making structure to the upside, courtesy of higher highs and higher low. So in this particular place, this was the highest point we went to, like the higher high, and here was kind of the higher low at this particular place. Then, just like we said, we can see that prices has changed direction when it breaks above the previous higher low, which is this particular region. And you can see at this particular place, the price created this particular low right here, but was unable to take this particular high. Then apparently at this particular place, price took the previous low, so which means that prices has changed direction to a downward trend. And just like I've said, you have to wait for the market to retrace to a particular reference point, which is an order block or a fair value gap. And guys, you agree with me that at this particular place, this is an order block, right? This is an order block. And as you can see that price went back to this particular order block, and from this place, you can see that price market went downward. You can see the movement downward, as you can see. So to trade this, all you need to do is to identify the order block when price breaks structure to the downward side, or when market price changes direction just simply go and identify the order block or the fair value gap you get that makes or that creates this particular downward movement. As you can see the previous one, and when price retraces back to this particular place, that the fair value gap or the order block from this particular place, we can take our entry. So guys, let me go to the chart and show you guys another example. So guys, at this particular place, there's no other example right here. Let me show you guys. So from here, market was in an uptrend. You can see higher high, higher low, then higher high, then a higher low at this particular place, and that higher high. So let me just zoom this out for you guys. As you can see from here, market broke structure from this particular place. You agree with me? This particular place, market broke structure to the downward side, which means that price changes direction to the downward side. Just like I said, all you need to do is wait for the trace mate to get to either an order block or to a fair value gap. And you can see at this particular place, right, there's an order block at this particular place. But price, when price retraces, it did not get to this particular order block, but instead, let me delete this so you guys can see. It went to the fair value gap at this particular region. So you can see from this particular place, right, to this particular place, you can see there was a fair value gap. It was at this particular fair value gap that price retraces to before selling downward. It is really very easy. So guys, let me show you guys another example. So guys, this is another example. You can also see that this is an uptrend. Okay, weekly structures the upside, as you can see at this particular place. Criticism of higher highs and higher low. And from here, this was the most recent or the highest point that price went to, and there was a pullback or retreat that of this particular place. You can see this particular place, what happened? Price broke structure to this particular side. Just like I said, market will have to retraces backward either to the other block, which in this particular place is this should be the other block candlestick, or to a fair value gap. And in this scenario, what price does was retraces back to the particular fair value gap, and you can see this piece right here is the fair value gap. And if you don't know what fair value gap is, when you watch my video yet on fair value gap, as the price retraces back to the particular fair value gap, and from here when did a drastic move to the downward side. So you guys can see this particular strategy works great. But I also like to say it does not work all the time. But when you see this and it confirms to all what I have said, I think it is actually a very good one. Then you should probably take the trade. Get when it conforms to all what they have shown in this particular video, you should probably take the trade. It might not work all the time, but when it does work, it's actually a very good trading strategy. So guys, I want you to go into your chart and try to look from this particular pattern and try it out. Let me know what you think about the comment section. And also guys, if you found this video helpful, please do it to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.